But obviously, we've seen some interesting stuff from SPG Noway, known as the German Aimbot. German
fucking Aimbot, baby.
Has a very, very good...
Xerath comes in again.
Xerath coming in, and he actually had a good Xerath performance in terms of KDA. And, you know, Xerath has a minimal impact maybe in terms of actual map presence, but it might be a ban against him this time round.
Very true. We have definitely seen the Scion flex it into the mid lane a couple of times now. It's over to SPG Esports for the final picks for themselves. We haven't seen those AD carries, but get the pick. Maybe the Tristana, maybe the Xayah.
I feel like Xayah or Trist is pretty good here. I would be hovering towards those.
And then Anivia. We got at least one bird.
There's just, I mean, I just feel like there's just ridiculous lack of damage right now. It doesn't matter what you mean. That was going to be even worse damage output if that is.
They're lacking so much if they go for that. They need something like the Tristana to provide the AoE. I feel like Tristana needs to provide that constant damage as well. I feel like you need to have something like Xayah or Tristana because they have that critical striling. Yeah, that's much better. Much better.
They were giving these guys a heart attack.
I was
second SPG delivers.
I was cringing at the Ezreal because it's just if you can't get past that front line, you just don't do any damage. So this is much better. It gives you a little bit of scaling into the late game. You can match Caitlyn as well in terms of late game prowess, and it gives you the consistent damage to put on top of that Anivia. If Anivia makes the pick, then Tristana can look to focus onto that one target, and you have great zone potential with the Anivia.
Anivia versus Cassidy, it was Anivia blind. I like it into Scion, but I did hold my breath for the last pick phase.
Yeah, Larsen's Kassadin is something that he himself has actually blind picked Kassadin in the past, so he's basically just looking for a reason to pick that. And I like what Iskandra said on the desk. If it ever goes into that kind of split pushing phase, Kassadin is going to be such a terror for Anivia. If I were to give a little bit more over to SPG, because there was it was very one-sided on the desk there. I don't really feel like...
Not with the Tristana in your team,
compared to having a 5-0 Tristana.
There we go.
That's where you really want to go.
I will support that decision. And of course, what about Kadril? Where is he going to take his Trundle? Because he's got a few more options. I like Scion top, I like Alistair bottom. But how do you kill the other people? Because it's tough to kill an Ornn or a Tristana with a Braum.
Because there's a lot on the table right here. If this Rift Herald gets put down, there's a good chance, and you don't have an answer for it, there's a good chance you will lose that first blood tower.
And I guess that can start the snowball. But so can this. XD Smiley gives up first blood.
What do we say? Bot lane, that's where you want to go. Not much going on there, honestly. There's zero way to survive that one. Zero counterplay. I need to get help. Larsen, if he's split, you know what? I'm going to shut up. Take it away, Trevor.
We'll get back to the Giza talk in a moment. Quickset throws down the ultimate, but everybody's in the top lane. M-Test has not been killed yet. Buster shot buys just enough time. Finally, the tower falls down, but Wardane, he's coming from behind. He called the God of War, and he's destroying Ninjas in Pajamas. So far, it's a 1-for-1, but NIP have been able to back away. M-Test did not have the HP to chase. Ninjas get the tower as well.
Well, they're going for Baron.
Smiley's picked himself up that Quicksilver Sash to complement the Static Shiv and Eye Edge and see if it becomes impactful against Lurox or Noway. I like that itemization. Very good Caitlyn trapped. Quickset gets knocked from one onto the other. He manages to get his ultimate down before going out. That's trading a support for a jungler. Pretty fair trade if you ask me. Dragon coming up in 2 minutes. Baron is available. And again, big engage, big setup, but only a 1-for-1.
The Zeke's gives you a ridiculous amount of damage around you, and you're oh gosh.
Oh well, there's the QSS. That's it. But now he's caught up the wall. You cannot sash the wall, buddy. XD Smiley is taken down, and that's why the Anivia was blind picked. Once the wall goes up, NIP don't get in, and Kadril is caught just at the back end of that Glacial Prison. Call of the Forge God comes down once more from Wardane. He manages to find two. Noway comes in. Not going to find the stun. Does indeed onto Larsen, but it's in fact Lurox that goes down. M-Test Buster shots Larsen to help out NIP. And it's Smiley that gets another. Just like that, SPG get trouble.
Is that going to be it? Is that going to be the play in this game that opens it up?
We're about to find out. Baron is going to be started by NIP, but it's a 3 versus 5. Anivia and Ornn could do so much work. Ninjas in Pajamas, they've not peeled away. The tension is building as the game might swing back in their favor. Finn goes down. Baron continues to be the focus. It should be secured by NIP as Finn's zombie is able to zone them away. Very good stun onto Smiley. Uses the QSS eventually. And Ninjas in Pajamas, despite all of SPG's flirts with Baron, they do not pick her up. NIP does. What was it from
Yes.
the SPG perspective?
The fear is now that Larssen, late game Larssen, is going to be ridiculously hard to match in these side waves here.
Oh, Hustling Beast, remember, no flash from that earlier engage. His ultimate not going to be enough to keep him alive. Noway's using very, very good crystallized walls as Smiley with the QSS instantly escapes with his life. Ace in the hole! Not enough to take down Mentest. Angelina Jolie's disappointed as now they continues to chase. Larssen looking for Lurox. Gonna take a couple more shots as Ninjas in Pajamas with a banner. Baron empowered siege minion is now knocking over those turrets. It's going to take several shots, but there's no one here to stop it.
If I'm SPG, there's another thing that's given me fear, and that's the fact that Smiley, oh gosh, never mind.
Yeah, Larson's going to get jumped on here. Hourglass will buy some time. Flash and Rifthook available. Beautiful timing from Quixit. This is why he is one of the players you look at and talk about on this team. But you cannot stop Finn when his ultimate goes down. And the mini-map is telling me that the bottom wave is pushing in favor of SPG. Let's take a look at what they can do with this Baron. Smite is available for Kadril.
Oh boy.
Lost Cone is there too. We're getting into that 50-50 territory. 3,000 hit points on Baron and SPG. Peel away. The wall goes up and NIP are locked out long enough for Hustling Beast to go down. Larssen actually teleported in behind. That's a very good stun onto Kadril. Here comes Larssen. Goes golden with the Hourglass. Quixith is taken out. Supports down on both sides. Larssen's running for his life. Manages to stay alive.
Smiley's doing work.
Just enough. But it's a shutdown onto MTest. Without MTest, what can they do? No way! The damage is there. Needs to find a stun.
The flash.
But the flash goes forward. Noway gets turned into an egg. Get me some bacon. Can Smiley eat them all? Lurox is trying to do what he can, but the mortal reminder goes out.
He got him!
No way does it. That's an XD if ever I've seen one.
Holy moly, what a tense fight that was. I thought as soon as MTS went down, for sure SPG were going to lose that fight. I was totally wrong to say he was the only carry this game. Look at Noway. What an absolute beast.
Because it's a dirty cheater in ARAM. And regenning is now the ARAM is turned into a river ram. Stun catches out onto Finn. A lot of resources blown.
He's doing it, he's TPing
is paying
in.
his respects, but Larssen wants to try stop him. Ninjas in Pajamas, they're in trouble. Hustling Beast goes down. Follow the 80 carries. Down on the right. M-Test is looking for more. Finn's going to get shut down as Wardane tries to chunk him out, but nobody else has dropped just yet. It is only Hustling Beast. Finn will most likely get run down once Bellow's breath comes back and available. There it is, burned. Not going to be the kill just yet.
Larssen TP'd bot here. They're going for the objective play.
All right, but what can they get? All right, Super Minions is a big deal for Larssen, and he'll escape with his life. They also got the top tower, so an exposed base, but there's Baron Minions for SPG. We're still no closer to finding a victor. For 50 minutes, SPG and NIP have traded blow for blow. For 50 minutes, it has been one of the closest games we have ever seen. And just as SPG are taking down inhibitors, so are NIP. Larssen has taken 2 already. The third falling in the minimap. It's 50 minutes on the clock. And SPG, they're looking for the Nexus. Larssen is starting that recall. Nexus turret number 1 goes down. Ninjas in Pajamas, they have to win this fight. Noway's getting chunked out as Hustling Beast goes forward. He's got the Unbreakable Will down, but he's going to get chunked out shortly. The shields are popping up and saving his life. Finally, he's taken down. Hustling Beast down. What more can NIP do? Larssen's waiting in the wings, looking for an opportunity to jump in with that Rift Walk, while SPG, they turn their attention to the Nexus turret. That's going to get dropped very, very shortly as M-Test is taking it down. Larssen and Smiley, they need to do something. They need to save the ninjas. The Nexus is being focused, and SPG, they've not finished it yet. The fight continues. 1, 2 more hits are needed, and finally, SPG win the game.
From absolutely no action happening to everything happening. We should have pauses more frequently. Larssen going for the triple inhibitor. I don't think he thought that SPG could end that. And then they ended it.
Unbelievable ending. I held my breath just as NIP got a couple of those kills, because I had been trolled last weekend for games not ending when I thought they would. But SPG, they pick up the win. They force the 1-1 record. And in the most uncharacteristic way for the last 47 minutes of gameplay.
Yeah.
The composition from SPG shined. They had the better team fight 5v5 composition. I've got to give credit to Anivia, to Noway. He just was an absolute monster. The walls, the zoning, giving so much space to M-Test, who just popped off. I don't think NIP played to their win conditions in the first 30 minutes of this game.
I mean,
But
the
they
way
pulled it
I'll
out in the
put it is when we were asked, you know, if there was any way for them to win, we said no way.
Oh, I got that wrong.